Welcome back to Reflections Unfiltered, everyone. Nikki here. Today, I'm sandwiched between the ever-insightful John and the not-quite-of-this-world Eden, and we're wading into some wild waters. Is the AI boom just the latest gold rush? Or are we seeing history repeat itself, maybe with an even bigger twist?
Yeah, Nikki, and look, the scale we're talking about is, honestly, it's staggering. One market analyst recently put out this claim. He said the so-called AI bubble is 17 times the size of the dot-com gold rush, 17 times. I had to run the numbers twice. And if that wasn't enough, it's supposedly 4 times bigger than the subprime mortgage bubble that triggered the 2008 crash. Now, when I hear those kinds of comparisons, a couple things happen. First, I picture rows of server farms with more power than some entire countries. And then I remember what bubbles feel like up close. People get careless. Money chases hope, not outcomes.
It's delicious, isn't it? The scale is so operatic. Every era needs its fever dream. You have multi-billion-dollar wagers on AI chipmakers. Everyone's saying, Nvidia or bust. Cloud AI firms press release their way into legend overnight. The venture capitalists? Oh, like moths to a quantum flame. If you're not betting on the next transformer model, you're simply sentimental. But peel back the figures, and it's desire, darling. The raw human chase for the next elixir that always lies just out of reach.
And it's not just the tech crowd. This energy is everywhere. You've got legacy banks making strategic AI purchases, Fortune 100s funneling cash into in-house generative tools, university spin-outs, all looking for a foothold. The VC numbers are almost laughable. It's like every other pitch deck promises to change the world, and if you don't get in now, are you even, relevant?
Let's call it what it is. Innovation, yes, but laced with that old devil. FOMO, fear of missing out, stitched tight with marketing poetry. Did you know next big thing is the most recycled phrase of the modern era? History repeats, but with better grammar and faster Wi-Fi.
That's true, and look, the drive's not always pure. Sometimes it's hope, sometimes hype, sometimes just the dread of being left behind. It reminds me of how fast the stakes ramp up when speculation and innovation get tangled. We've all seen where that can go before. Let's wind the tape back a bit, yeah? Dot-com era, late 1990s, early 2000s. Everyone believed the internet would spin money from nothing. All you needed was a .com address and a slick pitch. Remember Pets.com, the sock puppet mascot Super Bowl ads? Burned through all that venture capital in less time than it takes to train a decent large language model today. They collapsed spectacularly along with hundreds of others when reality didn't catch up to the optimism.
Then fast forward to 2007, 2008, subprime mortgage crisis, Lehman Brothers, once a pillar, gone in what? A weekend? Asset-backed securities, credit default swaps, people betting with more borrowed hope than borrowed cash. It was all so convoluted, and the language, the media drumbeat, it sounded startlingly like now, actually.
There's a rhythm to the madness, isn't there? Hype becomes prophecy. This time it's different, my favourite illusion. And every headline amplifies the mythology, selling the dream until the dreamers outnumber the doubters. The cycle is all appetite, no digestion.
I remember I was working for Reuters during the 2000 NASDAQ crash, camera slung round my neck. I caught this one shot, traders clustered around glowing monitors, faces slack with not panic, just disbelief, like they'd wandered into the aftermath of a magic show and realized the rabbit wasn't coming back. There was this heaviness in the air as hope sort of leaked out of the room. It looked different on TV. In person, you could feel the trust evaporate. That kind of memory, it turns abstract market losses into skin and bone and breath.
It's almost as if the script never changes. Euphoric media, the language of revolution, paradigm shift, can't lose. The details shift. .coms, mortgages, now AI. But deeper down, it's belief flowing where logic should be.
Wild hope is humanity's favourite intoxicant, and every few years we forget the hangover. The only variable is which industry invites us to pour another round. So here's the riddle. Are we actually living through an AI revolution, or is it a carnival of smoke, mirrors, and seed funding? Are all these breakthroughs, these personal GPTs, multi-billion-dollar funding deals, like OpenAI and NVIDIA, signals of transformation? Or are we surfing the crest of momentum fueled by wishful thinking?
It depends. I'd say some is real sure. NVIDIA, for instance, their chips do make the AI world go round. And ChatGPT, that's trickled into daily life in a way nothing from the .com era quite managed, at least on this scale. But if you look at the pace and the froth, big companies snapping up startups almost before they have a product, eye-popping valuations on hope alone, not all of that sustainable. And if you've watched enough of these cycles, you develop a certain wariness. Sometimes you need to see what's built when the dust settles and the marketing budget runs out.
You know, this reminds me of chasing martial arts fads as a teenager. One month everyone was obsessed with capoeira, next it was pressure point knockouts, then some new hybrid combat yoga. All promise, no discipline, and I used to get swept up every time. Then I failed my black belt test twice. Only when I stuck around long enough to see what actually worked, to do the boring, hard work, did I understand. Mastery isn't about hype. If you're always looking for the shortcut, you miss the point. It's the same with what's happening now. There are genuine shifts. AI is nudging into everything from medicine to music to daily conversation. But if you chase the trend instead of the truth, you end up exhausted and empty-handed.
Beautifully said, Nikki. There's a whisper of alchemy in new frontiers, gold out of algorithms, dreams spun into venture returns. But when the rush fades, what's lasting? Maybe it's the quiet transformation, the slow, invisible roots AI is planting beneath the noise. Or maybe the bubble bursts, and what remains is humility.
That's why, for all the hype, I keep looking for what stands the test of time. We saw in previous episodes, like the OLED holograms we covered, where the line between breakthrough and fad can be blurry. In the end, it comes down to what changes our lives, not just our portfolios.
It's been a ride, hasn't it? So if you're listening, stay curious, but keep your feet on solid ground, yeah? Trends inspire, but wisdom lasts longer.
We'll keep peeling back the layers, episode by episode. The currents will shift. Truth, as always, hides in plain sight. Nikki, John, always a pleasure. On.
Right, until next time, keep your eyes open and your questions sharp. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks, both of you. And to everyone listening, take care of yourselves. See you next time on Reflections Unfiltered.